So I'm going to make a homemade lava lamp. I've already started the process by using a clear water bottle, filling it to about 3/4 full with some vegetable oil, filling the rest with water, and then adding some food coloring so you can see the distinction between the vegetable oil and the food color and the water. So the food coloring only colored the water, so that's why it's so dark down here, and this part is the vegetable oil. So I also have some Alka-Seltzer tablets, and that's what's going to make the lava lamp work. Let's see. So I'm going to put some Alka-Seltzer tablets into the bottle. And when I put them into the bottle, their tablets are going to release carbon monoxide and it produces bubbles. And when the bubbles sink to the bottom and they hit the water, they attach to the water, and it's kind of like adding air bubbles to the water. So since it's adding air to it, it's making the water less dense than the vegetable oil. So the water with the bubbles in it is going to rise to the top. And once it rises to the top, the air bubbles will kind of pop, and those will release out of the water. And once they release out of the water will sink back down, so it will become more dense again. So let's try it here. So I had to break my tablets in halves but it's really cool. You can actually see it going pretty well. I'm actually making a really big mess because it's going everywhere, but this is actually super cool. And you can see how it's rising to the top and then going back down. These bubbles that are rising to the top, the water is much less dense, so it's adding air. So since it's less dense, it'll sit at the top. And once it becomes more dense, like now it's starting to settle down a little bit, you can see the water mixture going back down to the bottom. It's kind of hard to see it, but you can see it kind of coming back down here. And once it happens, the water becomes dense again, so it no longer has the air bubbles in it, and it sinks back to the bottom. And that's how I made a homemade lava lamp.